Hello class, welcome to your physical education class. I am your physical education teacher Vikrant. So class, I hope you all are good and fine at your places. Okay. So class, we continue our unit 5 children and women in sports. Okay class. So basically in this class video the today topic is your corrective measure for postural deformities. Okay, what is the topic name is today class video, corrective measures for postural deformities. Okay, so in previous class video we know about what is the postural deformities, what is the disadvantage, okay, and which type of problem facing if someone person have this type of deformities, so which kind of problem the person facing and how to treat and how to take precaution for these deformities. Okay, but in this class video we're talking about the corrective measure for these postural deformities. The postural deformities basically kyphosis, sclerosis and scoliosis is a part of spinal cord tube. Okay, so basically it is a part of spine curve tube deformities. Okay, then knock knees, bow legs, round shoulders or flat foot. Okay, so in this class video I'm telling you how to corrective और this type of deformities means कैसे ठीक कर सकते हैं, which type of exercise we are doing, which type workout we do, and which type of care to your body to prevent or cure these types of deformities. Okay class, so let's start the class. Okay class, so first we starting for kyphosis. Okay, so we know kyphosis is a part of spine curve to deformities. Okay, so in previous class video I'm telling you what is the kyphosis, what is the symptoms. Okay, so again I repeat this, what is the kyphosis, then I'm telling you the corrective measure for kyphosis. Okay, so basically kyphosis is the when the position or posture of the body in kyphosis or round back deformity is a given in fin. In this position there is a increases curvature on the of the dorsal or chest region. In order to adjust the balance of the body, the head is held forward position and the pubic or the front central position of the pelvic region is titled back. Okay, the knee are slightly bent and the feet are turned outward to balance of the body on a border page. Okay, so basically we know in kyphosis your upper spinal bones are going to bend in forward, sorry, in backward way. Okay, so this is the about the kyphosis. Now I'm telling you the corrective measure for kyphosis. Okay, so first we know about the types of kyphosis. Okay, so there is a three types of kyphosis. So first is postural kyphosis, second is Squamous kyphosis, third is congenital kyphosis. Okay, so these are types of kyphosis. So in postural kyphosis, this is the most common for from the of the kyphosis. It often occurs in adolescence when the spine and surrounding muscles develop abnormally. Okay, so this can be a result of a poor postural, means postural body. Okay, then second types of kyphosis is squamous. Okay, squamous kyphosis. So this is also tend to develop during adolescence, but it can become more severe than postural kyphosis, uh, and also the doctor do not know what cause this form of kyphosis. Okay, the then third types of kyphosis is congenital kyphosis. So in congenital kyphosis, this occurs when the spine does not develop properly in the womb, causing kyphosis at the birth. It can uh, rapidly worsen with age. Okay, so basically it's origin with your birth. Okay, so I'm telling you the what is the causes of the kyphosis. So these are causes basically related to this. These are all types of kyphosis related to this type of all causes I'm telling you previous class video. Okay, so this is the types of kyphosis class. Okay, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page we know about what is the corrective measures for kyphosis. Okay, so basically uh, how to measure or how to correct your kyphosis. So basically we using the exercise. Okay, so many types of exercise for different deformities. So in kyphosis, uh, exercise for kyphosis, so a physiotherapist can recommended exercise and stress to strengthen the back and abdominal muscles, just like this exercise knee rolls. Okay, so first step is doing the knee roll exercises. Lie on the floor with the knee bend, the bend and feet flat on the floor. Then second move is move the knee slowly to side until the back feel tense. Okay, means stretch feel karna. Then third step is repeated at last 5 times on each time. Okay, so every side, every one side you can doing this exercise 5 times. Okay, you can see in this picture how to do this exercise. Okay, first you lay down your back support, then open your arms according to your shoulders width, then bend your leg or knee, then slide, take right side and take left side one by one. Okay, but in this exercise your upper body will not movement. Okay, only your lower body portion will movement. Okay class, so this is the first exercise for corrective measure for kyphosis. Then second exercise is pelvic drilling. Okay, so in pelvic drilling, the first step we'll doing to start this exercise is lie on the floor with the knee, bend the feet flat on the floor. Okay, so this is the first step. Then second is slowly arc the back, keep the buttocks and upper back flat on the ground. Okay, then third step is hold the arc for a few seconds before returning to a full fully flat position. Okay, and also the last step is repeat at least 5 times. Okay, so you can see in this picture how to do this exercise. So basically you supporting your both feet and your shoulders. Okay, so this type in picture you can see how to do this exercise. Okay class, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page our number 3 exercise, knee to chest. Okay, so basically we're talking about the corrective measures for kyphosis. Okay, so next number third exercise is for prevention or curing to your kyphosis is knee to chest. Okay, so first step is knee to chest exercise, lying on the same position as the previous two exercise. Bring one keep up toward the chest. Okay, so first step is lie on your back support in normal lying position. Then second step, clasp the hand around the knee and gently pull the knee closer to the chest. Okay, so at the one time you can uh, uh, pull up your one leg, then grab with your both hands and lock your fingers with your leg, then gently push toward chest, means अपनी chest की तरफ उसको push करना है. Okay, then Next step, we hold this position for few seconds, then release. Okay, so you can hold this few seconds, just like 10 to 20 seconds. Okay, last step is repeat as last 5 times on each leg. Okay, so one leg for 5 times, then second is 5 times. So total number of repetition of this exercise is 10 times. Okay, so you can see in this picture how to do this exercise. Okay, class. So this is all three types of exercise for corrective measure for kyphosis. So there's also so many exercise for preventing to kyphosis. Also, you can use some equipment just like rolling rollers. Also, some yoga asanas. Okay, so these types of exercise or yoga asana will prevent your kyphosis. Okay, class. So, class, our next deformity is uh, lordosis. Okay, so basically in lordosis refers to a extended inward curve of the spine. Okay, so some people call the condition swayback. Okay, some people also call this deformity is swayback. So basically lordosis most often occurs in the lower back, in which case is called lumbar lordosis. If it occurs in the neck, the medical name for it clavicle lordosis. The spine can also curve outward in a hump space, say in hump shape, and this is called kyphosis. It typically affect the middle or upper back rather than lower back or neck. So sometimes having another type of spine curve cause of the body to develop lordosis to compensate for accepting imbalances. Okay, so basically we know the what is the lordosis. I'm also telling you in previous class video the meaning what is the lordosis. Okay, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page we're talking about the corrective measure for lordosis. Okay, class. So first exercise for lordosis is to hip flexion stress. Okay, you can see in this picture how to do this exercise. So you can do easily for this is easily exercise for doing if someone person facing or if someone have a problem for lordosis. Okay, so first step what we do, place the right foot in front of the body, then so that the knee bends at the 90-degree angle with the right knee directly over the right foot. Okay, then second foot is pull the shoulder down and back without attaching arching the back, means do not bend your back with arc movement. Okay, and keep the pelvic and spine stable. Then third step is lean forward into the right hip while keeping the left knee on the ground and with the pelvic facing forward. Okay, then fourth step is hold the stretch for 30 to 45 seconds at a time and repeat two times or 5 times for each hips. Also the if it feel comfortable, lean further into the hip to deepen the stress. Okay, so this is the all process to do the hip flexor stretch. Okay, so let's move next page. Okay, so next page the next exercise is cat cow pose. Okay, so how to do this exercise? So first step is to perform the cat cow yoga pose. Start on the hand and the knee on the floor or a yoga mat. Okay, you can use yoga mat, or you can, if you not have a yoga mat, you can use your floor. Okay, then after place the knee hip width apart with the the toes flexion. Okay, and then second step, place the hand directly below the shoulders facing forward and shoulder width apart. Then use the abdominal muscles to move the spine into natural strength position. Then exhale and slowly arc the spine toward the Cali, allowing the head to drop down and hold the position for 10 to 50 seconds. Then after inhale and relax the spine, allow the stomach for all toward the floor and hold the position for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay. Then after return the spine to a natural position. Okay, you can see in this picture how to do. So first you bend your back to floor side, then you bend your spine to upward side. Okay, and this is the position to how to do cat cow pose exercise. Okay class, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page the next exercise supine hollow wing. Okay, so what is the name of exercise is supine hollow wing. So how to do this exercise? Okay, so first lay on the back with the knee bend and the feet flat on the floor about 1 inch from the buttocks. Okay, so buttocks is basically is your hip position calling a buttocks. Then extend to arms to side at shoulder level. Breathe deeply and allow the shoulder to relax. Pull the shoulder down and back without arching the back and hold the position during the exercise. Okay. Then perform gentle knee exercise, contracting the pelvic floor as a if trying to stop uh, urination. Then draw the belly button toward the lower back without moving the hips or recaps, recage. Then perform the Kegel wheel, pulling the belly inward and repeat the while breathing normally. Okay, so this is the exercise for lordosis is supine hollow wing. Hollow wing. Okay, so in this picture you can see how to do this exercise. What is the body posture and what is the position we take in this exercise. Okay, class. Next deformity is scoliosis. Okay, so in scoliosis, basically I'm telling you the in previous class video what is the scoliosis. So again I repeat this. So scoliosis is characterized by a S or C shaped curve in the spine. It is generally seen in childhood, but it also come about in adulthood. So a scoliosis is adults can occur during the two variety of reason, including genetic, uneven pelvic position, past spine or joint surgeries, knee or foot uh, distortions, or even head injury. Okay, so some curves are more severe than others in moderate to severe case. So scoliosis may be correct through bracing and or surgery. If suspect scoliosis, you should consult your doctor about the appropriate treatment plan. Okay, so if the scoliosis is using the multiple band in your spine, so basically the treatment for the basically it is a operation or doctor can be treat these deformities if you have a multiple curve. Okay, but you have a no multiple curve, you can use only one band or two bands, so you can do some exercise to prevent or cure these scoliosis deformities. So the corrective measures for scoliosis is, so first exercise for corrective measure for scoliosis is basically step down and one arm reach. Okay, so you can see in this picture how to do this exercise. So first you step on the stairs or any kind of equipment using just like a bench, table in minimum height requirement. Okay, so first you uh, take a step one, then take second step in air, then reach your opponent side hand to stretch upward side. Okay, so I'm telling you how to do this exercise. So fifth, whichever leg appear longer when you lie on your back, step upon up to your small backs or step. Then second step is lower the opposite side leg down to the floor as you bend into the knee. So next, as you descend, uh, rest the arm on the same side as the uh, lowerage leg up as high as possible. For example, if the left foot is uh, lying on the floor, rest the left arm. Okay, now this exercise basically perform 2 to 3 set of 5 to 10 reps on each side only. Okay, do not perform this exercise one the other side. On the other side means do not do only one side this exercise. Okay class, so the next exercise is for scoliosis is upward and downward dog style. Okay, you can see in this picture how to do this exercise. This is also called ashtanga yoga, or also the mountain pose. Okay, now also bhujangasanas pose. So first step we'll do this exercise in a prone flying position with your arms stretched out. Stand, push your hips back and up as far possible. Then second, hold this for 2 seconds and then lower your hips back down toward the floor. Then second, try to get low as possible without giving yourself back discomfortable or pain. Okay, so perform 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 sets of 5 to 10 reps of this exercise. Okay, so this is the all exercise for corrective measure for scoliosis. Okay, so class, our next exercise for corrective measure for scoliosis is split stance with arm reach. Okay, you can see in this picture how to do this exercise. Okay, so step forward with the longer leg in front in silently accelerated stride length. Okay, then second step, keep your toes as upright as possible at all times. Then third step is being shifted your weight back and forth, allowing the knee in front to bend as you feel the weight shifted onto it. Okay, then as you shift your weight forward, raise the arm that is possible, yeah, arms that is opposite side for your front leg as high as possible. Well, that arms is reaching upward, reach to the uh, other arm back with the palms up as much as possible. Okay, so this cause to toes and spine to turn toward the side of front leg. Okay class, so this is the exercise for scoliosis corrective measures split stance with arm reach. Okay class, so now I'm telling you the corrective measures of knock knees. Okay, so we know the what is the knock knee. Okay, so in knock knee, you know the your both knees are touching in say in normal standing position, and also uh, a knock knee is called also called a knock knee deformities, knock knee syndrome, or knock knee Genu welcome. This is the name of the knock knees. Okay, so is a it is a basically incorrect alignment around the knee that can affect peoples of all ages. If left untreated, it can be lead to knee pain, joint uh, degradations. Correction of these the deformities will be improve knee mechanics and walking capabilities, reduce pain and prevent a rapid progress or damage to the knee. Okay, class. So let's move next page. Okay, so in next page, the corrective measure for knock knee. Okay, so first exercise you will do medications and supplement use. Okay, so why we use medication and supplement? Because the basic cause of knock knee is your strong muscle weak muscles or weak bones. Okay, so you can use the supplements just like your nutrient food. Okay, it's related to your nutrition. So that's why we're taking the supplements and medications. Okay, if a underlying disease causing genu welcome, the disease will be need to treat first to order the correct the leg length. This is by maybe treat with some medications and supplements. Okay, class. So let's move next page. Then second thing we'll do the is regular exercise. So first a doctor may recommend some simple exercise and stress or refer a person to a physical therapist. Exercise and stretching can help strengthen your muscles of the leg and reliance to knee. Then a doctor also or physical therapy or physiotherapist will recommended exercise based on the person's scan. That exercise routine will be likely including plans and to add weights or switch the routine as the muscles developments. Okay, class. And also the third part of this corrective measure for knock knee is weight loss. Okay, weight loss or obesity is the main causes, also the main causes of the knock knee, because if your upper body parts going to heavier, so the all pressures go to your knee and your legs, so the your knee will be not able to handle this the too much weight of your body. So that's why some upset persons will facing the knock knee problems. So if a person is carrying excessive body weight, it can be contributing factor to genu valgum. Extra weight puts additional stress on the legs and knee, which can cause of the knock knee to worsen. And a doctor will likely recommend that person who overweight lose weight through combination of diet and exercise. Okay, so let's then next exercise or next will think we'll do the this is a orthris. Okay, so orthris are instead placed in the shoes to help correct person to uh, gait or the way their foot strike on the ground when the walk and run. This may be especially helpful for people who the knock knee who have one leg that is longer than others. Then secondly, brackets or splinters may be used some for some children in addition to or instead of orthosis. The base bracts are designed to help the bones grow into the correct position. Okay, class. So this is the all about the knock knee corrective measures. Also, you can do horse riding and also keep a pillow between your the knee and stand straight for some times. And also used for walking clippers, and also you do some yoga just like Padmasana, Gomukhasan. So this kind of exercise will be helpful to uh, cure your knock knee problems. Okay, class. Okay, class. So our next deformity is bow legs. Okay. So bow leg basically is a condition in which person leg appear bow out. Okay, meaning their knees stay wide apart even when their ankles are together. So bow leg is also known as a congenital genu varun. Okay, so bow legs can sometimes be a sign of undefined disease such as Blondin disease or rickets. Okay, and may leads to arthritis to in the knee and hip. So treatment options including backs, cast, or surgery to correct these bones abnormalities. So this condition is fairly common in infants because of their cramped position in the womb. So typically no treatment is necessary for this fact. A child leg will being to strength when they are start walking usually between 12 to 18 months of age. In most of cases there are no lasting side effect. You should be contact your doctor if your child has bow legs beyond the age of 2. Okay, so this is about the bow legs. So let's move next page. Okay, so in next page we talking about the corrective measures for bow legs. So basically treatment usually says it's recommended of infants and toddlers unless an underlying condition has been identified. So treatment may be recommended if your case of bow legs is extreme or getting worse, or if a complying condition is diagnosed. So treatment option including just like special shoes use, okay, barracks, cast, surgery to correct bone abnormalities, treatment of disease or condition that cause of bow legs. Okay, and also you can do stand each with feet joined together, wrap a soft piece of cloth on both legs at level thickness with help of partners. Okay, walk up for some distance on inner edge of the feet, walk by bending toes inward, and also you can perform Ardha Mathyasana and Garudasanas, or also the Ardha Chakrasanas. Okay, so this type exercise basically preventing or curing your bow leg problems. Okay, class. Okay, so now we're talking about our next deformity, so round shoulder. Okay, so the term round shoulder is usually used to describe a resting shoulder position that has moved forward from the body's ideal alignments. So round shoulders sometimes known as mom posture. Okay, a part of overall bad posture, and they can get worse if left untreated. So there are few simple exercise that can help keep the round shoulders if in their correct position and relieve the stress caused by supplings. Okay, so there are some exercise for round shoulders and also the corrective measure for round shoulders. So first exercise you can do hand claps. Okay, you can see in this picture what is the hand claps and how to do. Okay, so first step you can do in hand clap exercise. So stretch hand claps stretches in a simple and can be done every day standing position. So standing up, stand with the hands by their side. A person reach their hand behind them to clasp, means grab together. Then second thought we do gently they then pull the shoulder back while taking care not to allow the neck to push forward. Okay. Then next thing you can do, the shoulders should be pulled back until the chest open and a deep stretch is felt. The position should be held for 30 seconds. Okay, so this is the hand clap exercise for corrective round shoulders. So next exercise is door chest stretches. Okay, so in this exercise, how can you will do this exercise? So you can see in this picture, first you stand to support a door. You can use a door or any kind of equipment just like the door. So first what you how to do, so first step is just as a shoulder we are stretches, the chest need to be stretches to keep a person posture strong. One simple way to do this involve the use of a door frame. Okay, stand in front of door frame, a person should place one hand on either side of the frame just above head height, then moving on foot forward and gently logging past the frame will stretch the chest and shoulders. Hold this position for 30 seconds. Okay, so this is the door chest exercise. So let's move next page. Okay, so in next page, the next exercise is the T stretch. What is the name of this exercise? The T stretch. So how we'll do, the first step we can do starting this exercise. So the T stretch is best done in the morning, just after walking on the on in the night just before sleeping. So the person lie flat on the back support with their feet flat on the floor. Their knee will be bent and facing up. Then arm should be extended out the side of the body, palm facing up. When done correctly, there will be a slight stretch in the back and shoulders. Then the position can be held up to 10 minutes each day for the best results. Okay, so this is the exercise for round shoulder, the T stretch. Okay, class. Okay, class. So now we're talking about the flat foot deformities. Okay, so in flat foot basically is also called a fallen arc. So either no arc basically in flat foot, uh, no arc in their feet on, or one that is very low arc in your feet. There is usually a gap bent the inner part of the foot when a person stands as the arc rises of the ground slightly. The flat feet only need treatment if they are causes of discomfortable, indicated and underlying disorder or lead to pain is easily wear in the body. Some people appear to have a very low arc on no arc without ever experience problems. When flat feet do cause symptoms, simple device or an exercise can be helped to minimize this discomfortable. Okay, so we know the what is the flat foot in previous class video, so no needs to again I explain uh, briefly the flat foot. Okay, so now we're talking about the some exercise for curing your flat foot deformities. So there is the first exercise for flat foot is held cord stretching. Okay, so in case see in this picture, the boy will doing the held cord stretching exercise. So you can see the boy using some clothes or some kind of equipment to stretch our your feet or bending your lower feet. Okay, so how to do this exercise? The first thing we'll do, a tight HL tendon will be encouraged the foot to roll inward. The aim of heel cord stretching is to stretch the Achilles tendons and posterior calf muscle. Okay, so in this exercise, basically your uh, Achilles tendon and posterior calf muscles will be stretches. Okay, then stand facing a wall and place one hand on the wall at eye level. Place the leg, the knee stretching approximately on the step behind the other leg and plant the heel firmly on the ground. Then bend the knee of the front leg until you feel a stretch in the back leg. So hold for 30 seconds and then rest for 30 seconds. Repeat 9 more times. It is essential to avoid arching the back and to keep it straight. Okay, so this is the exercise held core stretching. Okay, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page, our next exercise for flat foot. So the exercise name is the golf ball roll. Okay, so you can see any kind of ball, just small ball, just like cricket ball, hockey ball. Okay, so why we using the golf ball? Because basically it is a using a very strong materials in golf ball. So that's why we are using the golf ball. Okay, so you can see this picture how to do the golf ball. You can put the ball in your uh, lower feet, uh, inner piece, inner part. Okay, so this exercise required a chair and a golf ball. Okay, so two things will be required: first chair and second golf ball. Then sit on the chair with your feet firmly on the ground. Place the golf ball under the foot and rolling it forward and backward under the arc of the foot for 2 minutes to stretch the plantar fascia ligament. Okay, so basically this is the easy exercise for doing the person who was facing the knock knee deformities. Okay, so class, I hope you all know about the today topics, and I hope you all understand about the today topic. Okay, class. So class, stay fit, stay healthy. Thank you, class.